Welcome to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and today is Thursday, November 11th, 2021. And of course, I want to wish all the veterans a happy Veterans Day, and I absolutely want to thank you for your service. Thank you for making America great, and hopefully we'll be able to get the chance to keep it great. All right, just a reminder, if you like the show, hit that share button and hit that like button and let everybody else know that you like it and that you're watching it. You can also, of course, comment live during the show on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling. And even tonight, if you'd like, you can attend a complimentary class. Just go to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. So on today's show, of course, we're going to be discussing my favorite, the market update. We're going to be talking about Biden and gas prices. We're going to be talking about the new tax chart. We're going to be talking about vaccines and myocarditis. We're going to be talking about the fact that Evergrande is back in the news. House sales are still hot. And of course, we'll be getting into the wrap-up. Let's talk a little bit about the what's going on in the market. So the market is continuing its downward slide as earnings season falls off, just as I predicted several times in the last few weeks. Look, don't forget we also have the dooming debt ceiling vote coming up, and that's going to cause problems as well, and it's scaring some investors. So the Dow today actually was down 158 points. The S&P was up about 2 points, and the Nasdaq was actually up 82 points, which is not bad, including the fact that some stocks kind of tanked, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the news, and of course, my favorite president. You know why he's my favorite president? Because he's making all my rents go up. So anyway, I can't believe that President Poopy Pants can literally be this stupid. Wait, no, actually, I guess I can. But you would think his handlers would at least tell him not to talk about the gas prices. This anti-economist actually asked this question when addressing a group in Baltimore yesterday. Did you ever think that you'd be paying this much money for a gallon of gas? Biden asked. In some parts of California, they're paying as much as $4.50 a gallon, he said. Incredulous. Hello, McIdiot. You're the reason this has happened. Not greedy OPEC, although, yeah, they are pretty greedy. And also not the fault of the greedy oil companies, and yeah, they're kind of greedy too. It's you and the dumbasses who decided to revoke the Keystone Pipeline and now considering closing the Michigan Pipeline. We realize that you, your family, and the Democrats are all vested in oil companies, but don't go and flaunt the fact that oil and gas prices are at the highest levels ever, and they'll be going higher. They're rising because of you! Let's continue with crap that is now coming out the front of his mouth instead of his behind. Today, I'm here to talk about the most pressing economic concerns of the American people, and that is getting prices down. Number one, Biden also said at the start of his speech. Number two, making sure our stores are fully stocked. And number three, getting a lot of people back to work while tracking and tackling these two above challenges. That's what he said. I swear this man must be brain dead. Oh yeah, actually I forgot. That's what I used to call him before I called him President Booby Pants. I actually called him President Brain Dead. Anyway, his policies are the reason this is all happening. He continues to make it harder for constitutional following Americans to go to work. He makes it impossible for the U.S. to compete in oil and gas world, and he allows inflation to skyrocket because of the bottleneck in the Pacific Ocean caused by shutting down industries. And he is clueless when it comes to the real problems of the American worker or business owner. Unbelievable. President Braindead said on the eve of inflation report that showed a runaway train wreck of inflation that appears to not be ending. As we discussed, expect oil and gas prices to be incredulous. I just wanted to use the big word that Poopy Pants used. Expect everything you buy to be extremely expensive and expect shelves to be empty as we head into the busiest shopping season of the year. Remember when we had businessmen in office who drove down prices on everything? It was actually less than a year ago, I think. Hey, Braindead, instead of build back better, why don't you just put it back the way it was and go crawl under a rock? Okay, rant over. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, post in the comments, let's go, Brandon, if you're enjoying the show. This is crazy. Unbelievable. All right, let's talk a little bit about the new tax chart. So the new tax chart is here. The new tax chart is here. Yay! For those who don't know how taxes work, honestly, most Americans pay an average of 13 to 14% effective annual tax rate on their gross income. I know, the libtards say that they pay more, but they don't. When you actually learn how your income is taxed, you quickly realize that that number I just gave is real. Anyway, without getting into the math of the debate, here are the new tax chart for 2022. This is something you should learn and understand. I gotta tell you, I often teach this subject in investor schooling, so I would make sure you attend the class and find out more, but here is the new chart. So first of all, the standard deduction will increase for 2022, rising to $25,900 for married couples and $12,950 for single filers. That's a great number if you understand how you can use that. So let's also talk a little bit about what the numbers are going to be. So if you make after that number, so after $12,950, if you make 0 to $20,550, you'll be taxed at 10%. From $20,551 to $83,550, you'll be taxed at 12%. Next, you'll be taxed at 22%. And then after, when you hit 83,000, you're going to be taxed at 22%. I'm sorry, that was 22%. My numbers are all messed up. I can't see them. But the big thing you need to know is anything over 340,000 is where the numbers start to get big. So they start to get big in the 32%, and that's where it's going to start to be. So that's where you need to start looking at this tax chart. I would recommend you look it up and take a look. And most importantly, the highest number will be anything over 647,850 will be 37%. Look, this may offset the $1 trillion infrastructure bill or not. Either way, get ready for other tax increases as the Dems take over the country, at least for now. All right, let's talk real quick about vaccines. It's Let's Go Brandon, not just Let's Go. Let's Go Brandon. These guys are they're posting Let's Go instead of Let's Go Brandon. All right, so vaccines. The best way to prevent COVID in young people is literally to kill them. Okay, I'm definitely exaggerating. However, I can't believe I had to accidentally stumble on this article today. Unbelievable. In an NBC article that was hidden, I mean really hidden too, Moderna defended the use of its COVID-19 vaccine today, saying that the protection it offers against severe disease, hospitalization, and death outweighs the risk of myocarditis. Which is a rare heart condition seen in a small number of young men who receive the shot. You know, myocarditis that causes heart attacks, strokes, or sometimes even immediate death. By the way, on the Mayo Clinic website, it defines myocarditis as inflammation of the heart muscle, otherwise known as the myocardium. This inflammation can reduce your heart's ability to pump and cause rapid or abnormal heart rhythms. I'm kind of thinking that, your heart pumping is probably a good idea. I got palpitations just reading it. So here are the choices. You might get a bad cold that could lead to a respiratory illness, that could lead to a ventilator, that could lead to death, or you can take an injection that will make you sick for 2 days, then can lead you to myocarditis, and that will lead you to death. Anyway, Moderna is defending the report that says their vaccine is responsible for more cases of myocarditis than J&J or Pfizer. Could you imagine that these guys are fighting over who causes more heart attacks? Oh my God. By the way, the incidence of myocarditis is mostly in people 30 or younger. Another interesting fact of COVID is that the risk of death is higher in senior citizens. Thank you, oh pharmaceutical gods, for evening out the playing field so more younger people can die too. They are so virtuous, aren't they? Anyway, I'm going out on a limb here and I'm thinking that Moderna has pissed somebody in politics off. They're getting hit the hardest on problems with the vaccine, and politically correct vaccine loony left is probably telling the content writers to bash Moderna. This stock keeps tumbling and it's down at 225 today. By the way, I suggest a buy at 180, and about 3 months ago it was in the 300s. Anyway, expect more news on the stock as the illegal mandate becomes what it truly is: illegal and non-constitutional by what remains of the few constitutional lawyers and judges in this country. Anyway, I need a break so I can take my blood pressure medication after this damn half of the show. Don't forget to post Let's Go Brandon, because I can't stand it anymore.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start. Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Falcone and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and so far we've been discussing the market update and the fact that the market is down almost 159 points. The S&P is up 2.5 points. The NASDAQ is up 81.5 points. We talked about the fact that brain-dead Biden is complaining about gas prices rising when he rose them. I'm going to take my blood pressure medicine again. We talked about the new tax chart. We talked about vaccines and how they can cause heart attacks, but that's not a big deal because if you have a heart attack and you die, you cannot get COVID. That's cool. All right. We're also going to be talking about, as we come back, we're going to be talking about Evergrande being back in the news. We're going to be talking about the housing market still being hot. And of course, we're going to be talking about the wrap-up and what stocks I'm going to recommend for you guys to be looking at and what is going on in the market with some of the hottest stocks. But first, did you hit that share button? Come on, Robert, I see you watching. How about you, Dave? Did you hit that share button yet? Hit the share button, hit the like button. Let me know you enjoy the show. And of course, leave comments. Let me know that you're very interested in watching the show. Say something about the show. Say, hi, Larry. I don't care. Say anything. All right, let's talk a little bit about Evergrande. So Evergrande is back in the news. Do you remember the big drop last month when the Chinese real estate company Evergrande couldn't make their bond payment? Do you remember how they thought it might be another Lehman Brothers moment and the market collapsed 800 points? Do you remember when the news kind of went quiet as Evergrande made deals to pay or partially pay the interest? Well, they're back. That's right, Evergrande now has another bond payment that they may or may not be able to make. As this looms in the company, Chinese regulators are considering easing rules on leverage to help struggling developers sell off assets. But a more important article is about the leaders of the ruling Communist Party to set the stage for President Xi. He's going to extend his rule for next year. So I don't know if you guys know this, but he's actually supposed to end next year. And they're actually saying, no, we want you a communist leader. Please be our communist leader. Anyway, they're praising his role in China's rise as an economic and strategic power and approving a political history that gives him status alongside the most important party figures. So they're basically saying that this guy fits right in with Mao and right in with all the other communists. By the way, he self-declared himself a monument, which is interesting too. By the way, Alibaba's stock rose again today to about 170. And by the way, this is a pattern I'm seeing, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's affecting all the Chinese stocks. It goes from 160 and it goes back to 170. I think it might be a good play. It also appears that the Chinese stocks are starting to settle. All right, let's talk a little bit about house sales and what's going on there. Hey, remember the good old days when you put your house on the market? A few people came through, and then an offer a week later for about 95% of the listing price was settled on? Well, not anymore. Last year was one of the hottest home buying and price increase times in the last 35 years. Home prices shot up, and everyone basically was offering more than full price for homes. They were even foregoing inspections and just settling for the house as is. This was caused by, of course, government overreach, closing the real estate industry down for a few months. Just in case a lingering COVID in a house you were trying to buy might harm you. I've seen them. I've actually seen COVID in houses jump people. Well, things have settled a bit, and instead of offers being made within hours, some homes are actually lasting about a week on the market. Whew, that's definitely better. The market is starting to settle a little bit, but I would suggest you still offer full price and forego inspections if you think this is a house you want to buy, or you may be looking for months to find another. Rents are also skyrocketing as inflation is making more and more difficult for renters to find homes. By the way, as I mentioned yesterday, I like it when the housing market increases and when rent market increases because, hey, guess what? I own lots of homes. Yeah, man. It gives me more money to pay for my, well, Biden gas prices. So I pull up to the gas pump and it says $100 to fill my tank, and all I do is think about, and I go, hey, thanks, Biden, I appreciate it because I just got $40 more a month for an apartment that I had before, so it's okay. All right, let's take a break, and we're going to be talking about the wrap-up and what my stock picks are for the day. We'll see you in a minute. Well, and when okay, so we actually can't get you to the break. You know why? Because I'm that
so
important.
You thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start? Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Falcone and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit InvestorSchooling.com. InvestorSchooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. You can't see my face, ha. I'm gonna pick my nose while you're not looking, ha 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 ha. Here it comes. Wait, here it comes. Wait, here it comes. No, wait, here it comes. No, wait, here it comes. Here I am. No, here I am. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're gonna. There, yeah, I'm back. Hey, all right, cool. All right. So far we've been discussing the market update. We've been talking about the fact that the Dow Jones is up 160 points. The S&P is up about 2.5 points, and the Nasdaq is up 82 points. So it's not bad at all. We've been talking about President Braindead and how he affected the gas prices and complains about it. Just don't complain about it. Oh my goodness. I made that happen, and I'm going to tell you that it's a bad thing. Yeah, that's me. We talked about the new tax chart. We talked about, hey, if you get the vaccine, you might get a heart attack and die, but at least you won't get COVID. Oh, actually, you could still get COVID, come to think of it. I just realized that. Wow. We also talked about the fact that Evergrande is back in the news and how hot the house market still is. So we're going to talk a little bit about some stock picks and to wrap up, but did you hit that share button yet? I don't know. I'm not sure if you hit that share button. Rob, did you hit that share button? Hit that share button. Also hit the like button. Let me know you're enjoying the show. Leave comments on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn so I know, again, that you're that you're watching the show. I also want to remind you that this show will be moving to 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday as of November 29th, and we'll be broadcasting the show on WWDB Radio in Philadelphia live as of December 1st. So stay tuned for that. By the way, I'm wondering how the Philadelphia market will react to Larry Steinhouse during the morning drive. I'm not sure if they can handle me, but we're going to have some fun and we're going to find out. That's going to be great. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the market. By the way, as I said, we are in a decline, and the market is showing the signs of cracking. I want to talk about some notable moves today. So first of all, we saw that, here it is. We saw that Disney dropped about 1 point. At one point it dropped about 13 points. This was caused by the poor earnings report released yesterday. If you remember from yesterday's show, they missed all numbers and their streaming service subscription was on the decline. Personally, I think it's a great stock at this price of about 162. I liked it so much that I bought options on the 160 strike price for February. I think it's a great play. I also believe that the Supreme Leader, President Braindead, will start to allow people to be more free as we enter the new year, and that will bring more people to Florida for vacations, as well as Disneyland and Disney World. Disney will also start making more movies and television programmings as well. So I really think Disney's a great play. Go for it. It's going to be a beautiful play. Go for it. All right. Of course, Rivian moved up today, and it moved up another 20% as the stock market gets a taste for the newest fleet of electric vehicles. Rivian is a joint venture with Ford and Amazon, and they have built a customer base from Amazon already. This is going to be the next Tesla story for sure, so buy it, hold it, make money on it. I think it's a great play. If you're into stocks, it's a great play. Beyond Meat tanked today as their guidance suggested they have reached the market saturation and can't really grow much more. The stock, once a favorite of mine, when it was in the 160s, today was as low as 75. Yikes. I'm going to tell you, just stay away from this one. There is nothing going on here that's any good. My guess is they're going to be taken over soon. Not soon, but in the next 2 years. And that might be good in the next 2 years, but I think there's nothing really to play there. All right, let's talk a little bit about crypto. Shiba is kind of holding on the 50 to 56 range. I really want it to go below 45, and I want to add to my position, and I'm even hoping for below 40. Doge was around 25 to 27 cents, and of course, Bitcoin stalled out at 65,000. It was on its way to 70, didn't make it. And Ethereum is hanging out around 4,700. So, it is what it is. So Dave says Beyond Meat sucks, and so there's their stock. Yeah, their food isn't that great anyway. I agree with you. All right, don't forget that we'll be moving on the 29th to 7:30, and we'll be live on the radio at WWDB as of December 1st. Hey, are you guys going to listen? Put up there that you're going to watch it or listen to it. I want to know that when I move, you guys are going to stay with me. Come on now. Just tell me you're going to watch it. By the way, if you've made money with some of the stock tips discussed in this show, please leave a comment. Let everybody know that you've made money watching the show. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Hit that like button and share this on your wall. Come on now, share it, share it, share it. All right. Of course, from time to time, I own some of the assets and options discussed in this show. The opinions discussed in this show is solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. I want to thank you again for watching Money Chat Now. We look forward to your continued support. Have a great day, and we will see you here tomorrow.